step, let's understand why we need regions and zones. What are regions and zones and why do we need them? Let's consider a simple scenario. Imagine that your application is deployed in a data center in the London region. What would be the challenges with such an architecture? The first challenge is slow access to users from the other parts of the world. If you have users in Mumbai or New York or Sydney, they would get slow access. This is also called high latency. Number two, what if the data center crashes? Your application goes down. So you have low availability. Now, how can we improve this further? What we would do is we would add in another data center in London. So you got a new data center and you deployed the application in there. So now we have two data centers. Now, what would be the challenges with this kind of an architecture? Challenge one remains. Users from other parts of the world will still have slow access. However, challenge two is solved. Even if one of the data center crashes, what would happen? My application would be served from the other data center. So your application is still available from the other data center. Now, let's add in a new challenge. What if the entire region of London is unavailable? What would happen? Your application goes down. Now, how do we improve this? What we would do is we would have the same architecture set up in two regions. So we are adding in a new region called Mumbai. What would be challenges now? Challenge one, slow access to users from other parts of the world is partly solved. Access from Mumbai would be fast, but access from other regions of the world, for example, New York or Sydney, will still remain slow. And you can solve this by adding deployments for your applications in other regions. Challenge two was already solved. Even if one of the data center crashes, we can serve it from the other data center. Now, the challenge three, what if the entire region of London is unavailable? What would happen now? Your application will be served from Mumbai. Now, we understood the reason why we need regions and zones. We would want to deploy our application across multiple regions because we would want high availability and low latency for our users. Now, think about this. You want to set up data centers in multiple regions around the world. Is that easy? The answer obviously is no. And that's where the cloud providers help us. Let's see how GCP helps us to solve this problem in the next step.